Well, Ryan, a big thank you for joining us. Before we get to this weekend's big season kickoff in the NCL, just a bit of a catch-up really about West Bowling, because there's been plenty of developments off the pitch. Most notably, this game this weekend is going to be at the Horsfall Stadium. So how's things been progressing ahead of this new season, both on and off the pitch?
Yeah, sort of courtesy of the Rugby League World Cup funding, the legacy funding that we received to be able to make Horsfall Community Stadium our home. We couldn't get the land off the council basically at Emsley's Rec, where we previously was our home. So we had to look for alternative arrangements. The Rugby Football League were really happy, and Rugby League World Cup were really happy for us to develop Emsley's Rec. But like I said, we just couldn't get the land in agreement with from the Bradford Council. So we had to look for alternatives, and at that time, Horsfall Stadium sort of came along at the right time for us. So yeah, the pandemic enabled us to get things in place for our move as a whole club up to one spot. We have been nomadic. We've had a couple of teams playing in one spot and other teams playing in another, and to bring the club together under one stadium was a massive thing for us, and we've really kicked on from there. We've got girls, 12s, 14s and 16s playing now. Our Masters is absolutely flying. They're showing up the open age boys with the numbers they get training. So yeah, it's all going from strength to strength at the minute.
And some people might have seen the Horsfall Stadium, because I think Bradford Bulls' reserves or academy sides have played there in the past. So it's ideal for rugby league. There's a cracking main stand on one side, isn't there, and a clubhouse on the other. But there's plenty of fields in and around the stadium too. So, like you touched upon there, I'm assuming the club's got, and is using those facilities wisely.
Yeah, like I say, we've got a 4G pitch. The money we got from the Rugby League World Cup legacy funding enabled us to put another 4 changing rooms on there in hospitality suite, along with some other funding that we received as part of the stadium. But yeah, we are looking to develop the grass pitches above there. They are currently cricket and football, but yeah, certainly for our growth, we will need a grass pitch up there of our projected growth. We'll need more pitches, but the beauty of the 4G is that it's a consistent surface to play on through summer. Sometimes we'll go to a pitch and it'll be like playing on concrete. So we get that added benefit of using that pitch through summer.
Right, it's not just through summer, is it? I mean, I'm a big fan of 3G pitches now after the last couple of weeks or so. It's been a great advert, isn't it? What we've just seen weather-wise, and with regards to what's going on at the club, we've already touched upon it here. But this week I've been catching up with clubs from Cumbria, from Lancashire, South Yorkshire with Bentley. I mean, how important is it to have a thriving club like West Bowling with the footing you've got now at the Horsfall for developing the community game and developing the players of the future as well?
Yeah, it's massive. I think it only benefits the other clubs around it. Having one or two or three strong clubs within our region of Bradford. Junior rugby and primary rugby league is massive in Bradford as a whole. And that ultimately will pay off in the long term for participation up to open age and beyond, up to masters hopefully. But yeah, it's for me, part of my role at Bradford Bulls Foundation is a development officer. Rugby league, I don't believe, has been as strong as at junior level. Yes, there's teams struggling at open age, but the juniors is where the future of the game is. Without them juniors, we don't have an open age competition. And if we look after them at grassroots and look after them at 7s, 8s and up to 15s, 16s, then we'll reap the benefits in the long term open age wise. Clubs in Bradford now through legacy funding, through work with councils and hard working committees throughout, are really getting the ship in order, and the facilities that they've got now in Bradford are pretty decent, on a match to any other sort of city within rugby league. So yeah, we're really happy from a foundation point of view that the clubs are reaping the benefits from the Rugby League World Cup.
Obviously, you're kicking off in Division 1 this weekend. It's been a few years since that brilliant season that you had in Division 2. So, like you say, I mean, you've had full concentration really about off the pitch, but I'm assuming focus has turned very much to on the pitch matters as well in recent weeks. I mean, how preparations going for your curtain raiser in Division 1 this season?
Yeah, it's going really well. I don't think we'll get a much tougher test than Stanningley at home. Probably our most local rivals in this league. So yeah, really tough start for us, and one we've been looking at for a while. We've had 2 pre-season friendlies, one against Batley Boys at home and one against Woolston away. We've used with our first team and our academy team around 36 to 40 players, with at least 30 of them coming from homegrown. And we've had a lot of our successful under-18s from last year who went unbeaten in their league, stepping up now into open age. So that transition's been a real positive one for us. And we've added some quality from teams local to us as well, which have come down and wanted to test themselves at NCL. So preparation's going well. I think the lads are ready now for week in, week out rugby league, something that although we had a successful year last year, getting to quarterfinals of the playoffs and losing out to Waff Brow, it wasn't the week in, week out rugby league that the players want. So yeah, they're certainly looking forward to that. The challenges that this season will bring ahead.
What's your thoughts on the wider challenge this season in Division 1? Because, like you say, you have rubbed shoulders with some Premier Division sides due to COVID and the structures of the NCL in recent years. So, how do you feel the club's shaping up ahead of this challenge this season in the NCL?
Yeah, it's a bit unknown, to be honest, what's around us. Whether people have really come back with some hunger from the pandemic to play, or whether they took that time away in the pandemic to sort of not bother playing anymore. We don't know what we're going to get, but we know historically the clubs that we're coming up against are going to be strong teams. The first 4 weeks we've got Stanningley on Saturday, then we've got Kells away, Wigan St Pat's away, and Skirler at home, and then 4 specifically, without mentioning further down the line, are very, very strong clubs from juniors and open age rugby. So we expect a very, very stern test within that 4 week to begin with, and any sort of results off back of that, I'll have to come off some very hard work from us guys.
And final question, Ryan. Like we touched upon here, Stanningley this weekend at the Horsfall Stadium. The message has to go out, really. I'm sure it's being heard. Get yourself down there. Yeah,
it's we don't charge for juniors. It's £3 to come in. I don't think you'll get a better quality of rugby league anywhere locally for a national conference standard. Really looking forward. It'll be good to get the crowds back in and watch amateur rugby league again. I know the players certainly enjoy having a big crowd, and with it being a localish derby against Stanningley, I encourage everyone to get down there. Hospitality will be open and thriving, and we look forward to seeing everyone down there.